Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and welcome to this week's mystery game. This is a game that, not gonna lie, I've actually covered some content on this game before. Zatch Electric Arena for the Game Boy Advance. This is a fighting game that I won't beat around the bush is pathetic easy. But yeah, I'm gonna show the options here. I think hard 60 seconds and reset might be the best way of doing it. I am gonna be doing, I guess I can actually do the story mode of this game. It's not very long, and I figured I could show it off here. Zatch is an anime that I used to watch way the heck back in the day. It was years and years and years ago, and I found this game actually at a grocery store of all places, just in this bin of various like Game Boy Advance and games that they had, just random licensed titles, and I got this because I liked Zatch at the time, and yeah. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, the story of this game is that it focuses on a guy named Kyo and basically a universe where there's humans and they have what are known as Monodos. I don't remember. Monodo's the weapon from Xenoblade. I don't know why I was bringing that up, but yeah. And anyway, they're basically like other characters, and yeah, and the other basically Zatch is like the partner to Kyo, long story short. Very ironically, the first like villain in the show actually didn't even make what am I trying to say here? The first villain in the show isn't even in this game at all, which is pretty ironic. But yeah, anyway, long story short, these characters have other special abilities, and yeah. Anyways, the other long story short is that the humans also have spellbooks, which, if the spellbooks end up getting destroyed or whatever, then the Momotos are killed, basically, so yeah. And they're mainly all fight because the last one standing, I think there was like 100 of them in total, but like the last one standing was basically declared the king. Alright. I gotta also say that, now that we're actually getting into some fighting here, I love the song that plays in this first stage. I don't know what about it is, but yeah, just something about this song. Something about this song is just, I don't know really, like, I don't want to say I think it's the best song in the game, but it could very well be. Anyways, in terms of mechanics of fighting games, this one's really, really straightforward in terms of most things. You have a pathetic dink attack that isn't very good. You can unleash your attacks by pressing the R button. If Kyo or whoever the human character you're playing as gets attacked, it'll do a lot more damage to the health bar than if the Moto was attacked. I also keep trying to use the B button to use that. Anyways. I probably didn't need to do my ultimate attack there. Yeah, the fighting mechanics in this game can be kind of weird sometimes. It's basically, you can end battles almost immediately by using your, like, ultimate attacks. Zatch and Kyo are kind of interesting, because I think they have, like, the most of ultimate attacks out of anyone else in the game. They have that there, which is about as strong as the ultimate attack. They also have another one I never really showed off either. I don't remember half the names of the attacks, so sorry if I'm forgetting that here. They have that as well. That, like, stuns them, I believe. Yeah, that's done by just up and B on... Or up and, is it just up and attack? No, it's up B and attack. That's an unlock... That's like an unlockable attack you have to unlock, so... Well, I guess unlockable attacks are that. So yeah. And that's basically the fate of what happened to this guy. I apologize, I'm not really reading a whole lot of the dialogue. I just don't remember half the voices for most of these characters. It's been a long time since I watched Zatch Bell. I tried to try watching it again a few years ago, but even that was probably 4 or 5 years ago now. And I didn't even really just get into it because I didn't know any site that had the episodes on it. I think there might be on Amazon Prime Video from what I heard, but I don't know for sure. Anyways. Oh yeah, but I should have mentioned this earlier. Zatch can also shoot lightning. The anime actually had a lot of, like, bonding moments. I don't want to say, like, a big, like, Friends Forever theme, but that's kind of, from what I understand, what it had. Momoto, that's what it is. Okay, I knew Minato was the thing from Xenoblade, so... Yeah. Okay, so I was right that it was 100, and I guess this just kind of explains everything I just explained. You can skip all these cutscenes with start, but yeah. Alright, so battle number 2. I guess story mode will actually take a lot longer. It's been a long time since I actually watched a lot of the cutscenes for it. Usually if I ever played story mode, I usually just... like... I guess what am I don't even remember what I was exactly trying to say here, but... Okay, that was very close. See, like, I didn't take very much damage from that, even though Zatch was clearly hit by that really strong attack, so... Ah, crap. Okay, well, I'm glad that missed me anyway. Yeah, you can sometimes have clashes, but it's usually just whichever attack was strongest there. Sometimes a lot of these battles can just turn into who uses the ultimate attacks the most, and... Unfortunately, there's not a lot else to the mechanics of this game. And very unfortunately, there was a sequel that was planned to come out, and it never ended up coming out. A few years ago, or maybe like sometime in the last year or two, I was like just browsing Google, and I was like, wait a second, I heard that this game had a sequel that was coming out. I wonder if it came out, or if it's any good, or whatnot. And, yeah, it never actually came out, so, yeah. And unfortunately, I also don't know how rare this game is, or really even just how good in multiplayer it would be, but... Yeah. I think there's about 12 or 16 characters in this game. You have to unlock most of them. I think it's about 16. I'll show some of that else off afterwards. And there's also a couple minigames you can do, too. Some of the minigames friggin' suck. I'm just gonna be blunt about that. Yeah, the anime is a lot better. This is a really, really short and abridged version of, like, the first few parts of the anime. This game also didn't waste the anime also didn't waste a whole lot of time. Like, there wasn't, like, a whole lot of, like, really big overarching stories or anything. It was usually just, like, from what I remember anyway, it was usually just like one episode, 22 minutes, everything got condensed into one thing, and that's, I think, what I liked about it. That song's actually pretty good, too. This game has a really, really underrated soundtrack, actually. Oh, we have a minigame. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. I like this guy. Meow, meow, meow. And this guy's Ponygon. Meow, 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 meow. I don't know. I like this guy's voice in the anime a lot. Oh my god, this minigame sucks. This minigame sucks. I think this is gonna be the hardest difficulty version. Minigame begins, Keel will stick out his hand, push the A and B, but oh god damn it. This one biting down. Can't win unless the gauge at the bottom becomes full. Oh my god. Time for something that's only described as... Oh god. Okay, yeah, this version's not so bad. I think that was the medium version. I think. The hard mode version of that, I think, requires 150 chomps. It is brutal. I've done it before, but it's Canary Mary levels of button mashing bad. So, yeah. Alright. This was actually kind of an interesting arc for an episode for the anime. Yeah, because it basically sums up that Kalulu was a really kind woman and, a kind girl and whatnot, but basically, whenever one of her spellbooks attacked, she basically became vicious, and as a result, she basically wanted to lose the fight on purpose. Yeah, that's what her vicious form looks like. It's really good, actually. Like, I remember... This is, like, one of the few episodes I have, like, somewhat decent recollection of, because I know, Mr. Enter did, like, a review of this episode a few years back, and that was, like, one of the few things I remember seeing from this episode. Yeah. It's explained a lot more in detail. This is, like, the really, really... like, brief summary of what happens, but I mean... Yeah. On the topic of Zatch Bell video games, there's actually 2 GameCube Zatch Bell games as well. Zatch Bell Momoto Battle and Zatch Bell Momoto Fury. I tried Momoto Battle at a Walmart demo, I believe, one time. And I didn't know much about it, but actually, it's kind of funny, actually. How I first heard about Zatch Bell in the first place was, for Nintendo Power, I had a DVD of just trailers that was shown off at E3, I want to say 2005, maybe? And the Zatch Bell GameCube game, Momoto Battle, was one of the trailers that was shown off. And... yeah. I remember I actually just... like, hearing about that. I didn't know much about the anime or anything like that at the time, and I remember just seeing a commercial for it on YTV, and I went, oh, so if this show has a video game or whatever, it must be good or something, and it looked interesting from the preview anyway, so I decided to watch it, and yeah, and from then on, I actually really liked this show. I liked it a lot. I remember YTV used to air, like, this, and then Inuyasha, like, right after this, like, every... I hate to say I can't remember. It was either every Friday night or every Saturday night, and I don't remember which anymore. But, yeah, one of the two there, yeah, so... yeah, here we have the really beautiful music again. Like, this is something I would expect to hear in, like, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I think that says a lot for just how good this game's music is. Yeah, so that was kind of that. I kind of wanted to be quiet there just so you could hear kind of how good the music was. The other thing too is with the spellbook Kyo has, and really just about every character, pretty much only the main, like, a chosen person is selected to read those, and it's kind of weird, only at times they're able to read, like, it's kind of like, you know, in an RPG where you just randomly start being able to get a certain skill at a certain point or a certain level. It's kind of like that, where Kyo just magically can read, like, certain spells from the book at just various points. And yeah, he just called the command for Secure there. That's the name of the lightning spell. Yeah, the Iron Fulgore thing. Iron Fulgore is another one of the minigames here, and it's kind of on the difficult side. I think the one I got was honestly the most difficult one to complete 100%. There's 4 main minigames from what I remember, and each one of them has an easy, a medium, and a hard thing. I have 100%ed this game, and it's a weird game to 100%. There's a lot of weird crap you need to do. In fact, for years, I had what must have been probably like 85, 90, 95, almost 99% of the thing for many years. And I kind of feel the reward for 100% isn't that great. Fulgore's kind of an annoying character, especially both to play as and to fight against, because the cannon thing that his guy can turn into, okay, it's not invincible to that, but it's usually invincible to pretty near everything else. And yeah, I can't remember the small guy's name, but he's not exactly the most useful helper in the world. His small attack is honestly his best move, and that's kind of saying something. I'll show off what his ultimate is. He didn't even bother using his ultimate move. I wasn't even aiming for the other guy, but also, wait, what? What's with my magic meter? Oh, wait, hold on, I want to see something here. Okay, yeah, that's another thing there, where if you press the L button, you kind of become more aggressive and can actually do quite a lot more damage. That's something I often forget about, honestly, and there's only one reason I even remember that a whole lot, to tell you the actual truth. It's over. You're not using anything else on me today, buddy. You can kind of get what I mean by this game. I'm on hard mode right now, and this game's not proven to be very difficult. So yeah, this is just another one of, like, the friendlier characters, though. Because some characters in this game are evil, and then a lot of others just aren't, so... I think I remember the first day I got this, actually. I was playing this on my Game Boy Advance at a rink, actually, which, from what I remember anyway. And I had friends at the time, too, who really liked Zatch Bell as well. I never actually knew this was gonna take this long, the story mode, because I haven't seen these cutscenes in forever. Alright, Dark Lord Ultra Beam. This is one of the more interesting ones here. Actually, it's probably the most unique stage in the story mode. Yeah. Like, each one of these small, like, segments is basically its own episode of the anime, and I think they would do a better job explaining a lot of these things, but... yeah. So, why exactly is this one so unique? Because there's this guy here, and that thing in the background. Yeah, we gotta fight this thing. This is the one unique fight in the game, and it's kind of unfortunate you don't get to fight it, or like have another fight like this, really. It's basically, that thing will always have an unlimited, like, energy meter, and okay, Zatch keeps getting hit, that's not exactly a good thing. You basically just want to shoot lightning every time that one of those things hits. It's basically an automatic thing anytime it does that. Yeah, see, like, I didn't think I was anywhere near that, and I still hit it. Well, on the plus side, this thing can't really do too much to me right now. No, and I also can't use any supers whatsoever, so... Secure is pretty much the only thing I can use. Alright, got that one there. It's pretty much just a sequenced boss fight, and... you think you actually have a fight? That's it. That's an automatic thing, by the way. I didn't press any buttons right there whatsoever. I don't remember if Kyo's father really does a whole lot. I mean, I only really remember him from this one episode, but again, it's been more than a decade since I've seen, like, all but 2 episodes of this show, so... I gotta honestly say, for Game Boy Advance standards, even though these are sort of still cutscenes, I like the presentation of this game, actually. I don't think that it looks too bad, and, you know, for the way it was handled, I think it's honestly kind of nice looking. And if we meet another kind person, it's a bit strange because a lot of the characters don't really have ways that would make sense for burning, but yeah. Yeah, so... Ralphs and Apollo, I mean... remember more what happens with these guys in the anime more than a lot of others, but I mean, Thanks. Okay, I don't remember his rocks being that annoying, but... Yeah, if that's gonna hit, yeah. That dragon's pretty powerful, all things considered. It's Zatch's strongest move for a reason. Oh crap, that's just gonna throw a giant boulder at me, isn't it? Yup. That can be kind of a deadly attack there. Alright. Sometimes I like to just be doing something, because I kind of wish there was something else you could do besides just... like... besides just spam supers the whole time. There's, like, no real combo system, and in that mirror... Whoa. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait, why is the screen still blue? But... yeah, a lot of the time, there's just not really anything you can do besides just spam supers. And yeah, there we go. I think there's only one more battle left in the story mode, which is alright. Alright, part 7. Friends Tia and Megumi. Yeah, basically, Tia and Megumi, from what I remember anyway, are pretty much, like... essentially the female versions of Zatch and Kyo, essentially. Sorry, I'm not really talking too much, I'm just trying to get the whole point of the story across here, although there's not much after this. This, again, is a super abridged version of what happens in the story. From what I heard, I don't even think the whole show of this was dubbed either. I think, like, only, like, 2/3 of the show were dubbed. I missed so much in the later half of the show, though, so I really don't know what actually happens, but... yeah... I remember also watching this on Cartoon Network occasionally, which I didn't really have. My dad had this American satellite dish that he had to, like, get codes off the internet for in order to actually use, and I remember doing that to just watch random junk on American TV, like... I was able to get Cartoon Network for, I was able to get it for, the premieres of, Pokemon The Rise of Darkrai and Giratina and the Sky Warrior, which were in 2008, 2009. Tia and Megumi have some interesting abilities too, but they can actually be pretty hard to use in, like, the main game here. They're more of, like, a defensive character combination, which is fine and dandy, but it's kind of hard to do a whole lot. Oh crap, that's blocking me. Yeah. Honestly, I do think that the animation quality as far as, like, and sprite quality as far as some of these things go, even if the backgrounds are kind of a bit blurry, some of them, like this one, I can tell is... well, I'm sure this might actually look better on a Game Boy Advance, but it's pretty blurry playing on the Game Boy player. But... you know, I think at least in terms of the sprite animation, like, everything seems really fluid from what I can tell. So, okay. Actually, I remember this one here. Yeah, that's special there, basically, if it summons a barrier around you, and, if you move, you take damage, but that's kind of the trick to it. I don't know why I attempted to use that. Yeah, see, like, that there just did a lot of damage, because I attempted to do something through that. And let's just use a fully charged Zakir to finish that off. Zakir can actually be a pretty powerful attack too in charge, but it just kind of has that weird charging period. Every character kind of has that own unique quality, but again, being on the GBA, I think kind of screwed this game in terms of being like a multiplayer game, because I would see myself playing this game a lot if this game was like on a console or on something with more like DS or something with download play. Unfortunately, it got relegated to a system that needed a link cable, and yeah. And this is basically how the story goes. There's so much more to the main Zatch Bell story, but I don't even know really what the heck happens after this, so... Yeah, in case you're wondering, though, I alluded that I made some videos on this before. I made one, and it's not even on this channel, and I don't even know if it's even still on YouTube or not. I don't think I have it anymore on my hard drive, but it was of, it was uploaded to a channel called Lost LPs. I did a video of playing through, I think it was the challenge mode in this game, which is just kind of like a straight run-through of every battle, none of the story mode cutscenes. And then there was also, like, there's challenge and survival, which are kind of the same mode in a lot of ways, and I often get the two mixed up, but, yeah, yeah. I don't think that Lost LP's video, I guess you could say it's lost, but no. The only other time I might have alluded to this, I had a video on my channel, I don't even know if it's still up or not, but I remember I made an intro video back in, like, late 2010, I think, and I used, like, a brief clip from something in this game at the time. So... I want to show what's known as the Zatch collection here, because this is essentially your 100% thing. As you see here, yeah, you can, anything that has a star in it's basically an unlockable, but yeah, there's a lot of things you can view here. A lot of these things you have to win for minigames. Some of them you win just by beating, like, the... Some of them you win just by beating the, challenger survival mode with just various characters. Some of them unlock other stuff, too. Okay, yeah, the Yellowtail, I don't even remember how this is unlocked, but this is, how you use the 5th spell, which is Zakiruga, which is that big, like, long lightning beam that's, like, I've been using a lot, and that's a really good spell, too. Just trying to see if there's anything else in here that's interesting. Actually, wait, hold on, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, Zatch was originally from, like, the UK, landed in, like, the UK, and then flew on an eagle to, Japan. That's kind of a strange thing. The Shining Red Spellbook, this is, like, there's normally only 26 items, and then the 27th one, oh god, to unlock this. First of all, you need to unlock everything else, And I don't know how you would find this without looking this up online, but if on this like main press start screen, if you press up LR, down LRL, left right R, I said if you press here. There we go. If you enter that correctly, the screen turns red, and then you gotta clear story mode again, and then that's how you unlock the that flashing red spellbook. I'll just show off the list of characters here. Just free battle, I guess. Okay, there's only 12 characters. For some reason I thought there was more, but yeah, 3 of them are actually clones, believe it or not. Or several of them are actually clones. Brago and Sherry and Brago and Sherry are essentially the same character. I think there might be like a power difference or something. You fight this version of Brago and Sherry at the end of like challenge mode, I think. Zeno and Doofer are basically an evil clone of Zatch and Kyo. I think they're a little bit more fluid to battle with. They're basically, even in the anime, they are the evil version of Zatch and Kyo, but they possess, I think, almost all the same abilities. Ponygon, I don't even remember how he's unlocked. I think you need to get a certain percentage in the Zatch collection to do it. And Razorek, Zatch, and Kyo, which is, again, essentially the 3rd time Zatch and Kyo are here. There's also Wanrei and Lian here as well. I'll show off their stage because it actually has some kind of cool music too, so I think it's Mysterious Boulder Island. Yeah, this version of Zatch and Kyo, I don't even remember if what point in the anime this happens either. They basically can't use any, like, spells from what I understand, but their physical power is a lot higher. Which is kind of a dumb trade-off, I think. I don't really like this version of Zatch and Kyo, especially as a 100% incentive for something that takes a long time to unlock. I was kind of less than enthused whenever I got this. Yeah, as you see there, that did a lot of damage. Oh, come on. Yeah, as you see there, Zatch is just kind of doing his own thing there, and that's basically all you can do with this character. There's literally, like, it's an interesting idea, but for the last character to have a different playstyle than the others, like, yeah, it's, I don't know, I just find that kind of stupid, if you ask me, but I know no one really asked me about that. I guess lastly, I'll show off a lot of the minigames and even attempt to do something I deem just as terrible as Canary Mary. I never ever thought I would say that, but yeah, this thing that I have been talking about, it's pretty bad. And battle's just pretty much won, I think, if Zatch would ever actually attack. Yep, there we go. Knockouts. It also doesn't matter, I think anyway, I don't think it matters what difficulty I have it on for doing anything in challenge or whatever. Challenge and survival, I think, are both pretty much kind of the same mode. Communications, I know nobody else who has this game, so that's basically out of the question. I'll just show off some of the minigames. I'll start with probably some of the more complicated ones. I'll show off just the Create a Vulcan, which is kind of like DDR Guitar Hero or something, one of those kind of games. And yeah, just select the hit the button prompts as they show. Oh, no, it's not. I was thinking it was. Yeah, okay, that's actually it there. The hard mode version of this stage has, like, a lot of extra, like, split paths and stuff, and that's how you get certain versions of these items. These minigames are basically just for getting various items. Iron Fulgore, I'll show this off here just because it's... I'm surprised I ever did difficult on this. It's not even that difficult of one, but it's... I think this is the more of, like, the DDR-esque one, but... Yeah. Okay, yeah. It goes really fast in the hard mode of it. And, yeah, maybe I should have tried hard mode just to show off how different it was. Why I went easy. This is like the slowest freaking thing in the world. And that's it, I think. And Buddy just does super speed golf claps, because of course he can. Yeah, so let's just I'll show off how tricky the difficult version of this can be sometimes. I just remember the timing being very, very iffy on this one. See, like, that ending there, I was just... You have to do it in kind of a sequence. You can't just mash it there. So, anyways... Oh, wait, no, I wanted to stay in minigames. I'll save the... I think Naomi attack and the other one are just button mashing. Okay, yeah, they're both just A and B mashing. This one isn't that bad, but... Wait, what? I said this one is not that bad. How in the... Is it alternately? Hold on a minute. I felt like I was doing that really fast there, but... Okay, I don't know what the hell I did differently that time, because that was a lot easier than what I did the previous time. That's not the bad one, though. Oh, God. Ponygon's Chomp Chomp. Push A and B buttons. Successful in biting down. The record, I think, for this one is 150 bites. Damn it! What was my score there? I was off by 6 there. Wow. I'm actually surprised I got that close. I want to try one more time with that. With the same strategy I used for Canary Mary. This is not friggin' working at all. Oh, and if you let go too long, he does that. Oh my god. Wow. I'll give this one more honest effort here. How the hell hell was my record ever 171 at this? Okay, I did. Wow. It's a lot shorter than Canary Mary, but man, you got a button mash. That's gonna do it for this week's Mr. Game. Pretty damn decent game, I gotta honestly say. I like this game. The fighting is a bit on the shallow side, but I think it's actually a pretty solid game at the same time. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this episode of Mr. Game. Join back next week for a new episode of Mr. Game. What game it'll be? I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. It's a mystery. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.